Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to Thursday afternoon. We are here at Space Ape, and we're here to talk about Transformers Earth Wars. I almost fuddled that one. So today we've got a really special stream for you guys because, let me turn off my volume there, because we've got some of the artists here who actually bring the Combiners to life. So, you can see in the corner there, we've got Optimus Maximus, and Bruticus, of course, coming your way. They'll be available starting, I think, tomorrow, which is exciting times. So this is Luke.
Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm a concept artist at Space Ape. Have been for about a year.
Yeah, and this is Stoyan.
Yeah, hi. I'm the lead 3D artist in Transformers, and I pretty much build and put in all the latest Transformers and Combiners.
Pretty exciting. And I'm Deb. So after these guys, we're going to start off by talking about some concepting. Luke is going to run you through all the different bots that basically make up Optimus Maximus and Bruticus, and how we sort of put those together. And then Soin is going to talk about some 3D rigging and actually getting these guys to move in the game and transform. Do you like my basically every week I'm doing some sort of like robotic movements. They think I kid, but I'm serious. And then also, by the way, I'm monitoring a bunch of different chats, so let me know if we're loud enough for you and stuff. Yeah. And then after that, our cinematic artist Mark is also going to jump into the seat over here and chat about our trailers that we make, that he makes in-house, along with the help from some of the other artists, and sort of his vision when he makes a trailer, because each one is really, really unique and has quite a cool backstory. So we're going to take a look at that as well. And then we are going to talk about this weekend's event too, and maybe we'll take another look at the Combiner abilities as well. Anyways, so that is our jam-packed program for today. But first off, let's start by saying hi to some people. We always start by saying hi to people. So, anyways, yeah, let's start by doing that. Okay, so let's see. Jeremy, he's always here. Hi, Jeremy. Always nice to see you. We got Sunstreaker Waza. I used to say Sunstreaker Waza, and he was like, it's Waza, it's not Waza. So yeah, I got told off. We got Raining 8S. We got Transform Roll, Gas Custom, Alpha Sigma, Dirty Spot, Laser Master. Where's the really crude one that I usually say? Maybe he's not here today. Anyways, we got Thundercracker, we got Yash, we got the Booster Bot, we got Mad 805, we've got War Magnus, Hot Hori. Hi to all you guys. And then I almost forgot to put this on. So give me 2 seconds. Hi to everybody on Facebook as well. There we go. Whoops. There it is. Hi everybody on YouTube too. We got Robo Bobo, Bobby Jenkins, Jim Paya. Who else we got? David Gao. A name I cannot pronounce, unfortunately, but hi anyways. We've got Jonah. We got Weasel. We've got Garrison. Lots of you guys there as well. And let's see who we have over here. We've got Jason and Rick and Mark and Neil. And of course we've got DPO88. Hi, nice to see you. Negaquark, Metaron, always nice to see you as well.
Excellent.
Anyways, we'll do some more hellos soon. Do you want to say hi to somebody? You can feel free and let's refresh. Make sure it's working out. You can each pick like 5 people to say hello to.
5 people.
We'll see who they pick, right?
All right. Hey, Scourge, Ant-Mania, Ask Blaster 99.
That's the one.
You're my favorite.
Yeah, that's the one I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. Can you read them out?
I don't think my eyesight's good enough to see the chart.
Yeah, maybe not.
Turbo66, excellent name. Hello to you. Hello to DNG3 Ross. Yeah, I'll send your name for you. Oh my gosh, the chat is moving too fast. I can barely read it. There they go. Ass Blaster again. Classic name.
Good old Ass Blaster.
Yash 1711. Hello to you.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Error 55,001. Oh.
Yeah,
50,001.
The sound is too high pitched and repeated every few seconds. Oh no, that's
That is not good.
All right, let's turn it down.
High pitch.
Yeah, somebody's saying like stop breathing in the helium or something. I was like, oh no.
That
Okay,
is-
let
that's
us know
not
if it's
good.
better. Cool.
Hi.
Feeling the love. I like it. So, okay, let me know if it's better. Yeah, should be better now. But if for some reason, yeah, there we go. Okay, awesome. Thanks. Okay, so like I said, we are talking about Optimus Maximus and Bruticus. They are the brand new combiners that are heading your way, starting this weekend. And what else can we say about the combiners? They are our second set. We had Superior and Devastator, who came out first. They were actually 6 bots, and Bruticus and Maximus are actually 5 bots. And perhaps we could go through the bots that are in the combiners, and we'll chat about the art behind those a little bit. Let me start off with Luke.
Sure. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, here's Luke. So let me just get rid of this guy and turn this guy on.
Okay, excellent. So, these are some of the first few Transformers that we actually concepted. These were quite interesting because we didn't sort of have like a general formula that we put a lot of the Transformers through when we create them. So it's, characters like Optimus Prime, he was one of the first ones that we ever did because he's like the flagship of the franchise, right? So we had to use him as the foundation for all of our Transformers moving forwards. So we put a lot of effort into coming up with exactly how the language and shape language that we use for all of the Transformers works for him. So one of the things that we drew a lot of inspiration from obviously is the G1 toys, and a lot of them, they tend to have a lot less like sort of busy.
Sorry, continue. I'm just trying to fix the audio whilst you chat. Continue.
The newer toys and the newer generation stuff tends to be a lot more busy in terms of surface detail and shape language, whereas the G1 stuff is really nice, clear. They have very sort of like easy to understand silhouettes, and it's really nice to sort of introduce that into all of our Transformers and sort of have like a really nice high res sort of modern look to the original G1 style. What slide showing at the moment?
They're sort of just rotating.
They're just
through
going
all
through
the
all of
different
them.
ones. Yeah, this is Optimus Maximus, but here's Bruticus as well. If you want to.
Cool, excellent. So we more or less followed the like a standardized formula as we've moved along. Optimus Maximus is really cool because he's obviously sort of got the original the original G1 stuff inside of him, and is a good addition to the combiners.
We've got a special guest, Philip.
What's up?
For some reason, the audio is like duping.
Duping.
Yeah, like it's echoing. Make it stop.
Make it stop. I know what it
It's
is.
still echoing though.
Yeah, it's echoing. It's okay. And apparently it was high pitch, so you sound.
I sound more than normal.
It's very high pitch. Yeah, I know exactly what's happening.
What happened?
There is a sense. There you go. That should
Is that-
sound better.
All right, guys. Our man Philip here has actually they can't see you, can they? Get in there. There he is. Philip has hopefully fixed it. Let us know. Yeah. He won't leave until he lets us know.
Oh wow.
Hopefully, I won't be reliving my teenage years now of having a super high pitched voice.
Yeah, now we're into. Oh no. No, okay. There's never Safari, yes.
Are they trolling you?
Deb is normal. Yeah, I'm normal mostly.
How do
Yeah?
we sound?
No,
Yeah?
turn it up,
Good.
they say now.
Turn it up.
Okay, can I turn up the
Turn it
gain?
up.
Okay, what about now? Now. Louder.
Louder.
So we should be doing before the stream starts.
What's that? Yeah, it was.
Much.
What happened to professionalism?
I don't know what happened from last time to now. Why it would change? People mess with the tech.
Or
and
you
then it
need
goes around.
instructions.
What's that?
You need
I didn't do anything different to last time. Okay, go on.
Okay, so
Sorry.
it seems like people are happy now.
Go.
Perfect, don't touch it. Okay.
Thanks, dude. Okay. Anyways, so as Luke was saying,
Yeah.
Tell
So
us.
sorry. So basically, as you can see from these mood boards, we'd gather reference from original G1 toys, some of the new iteration stuff, new toys, cartoons, basically anywhere we can, and try to introduce it to sort of create a version of the Transformer that still, sometimes it's more or less like one-to-one to original Transformer, like you can see here. But sometimes we need to take a little bit more sort of like free, or have a little bit more freedom with it, because some of the toys don't translate as well as they could into like a game like ours. So what you're seeing here specifically is a paint over, essentially, I think, of a 3D model, and we go through the process of drawing on exactly where we want all the panel lines. We go into how we want the colour separation. Sometimes if the 3D model isn't quite right, we'll repaint it so to show exactly how we want the 3D model. And essentially in the 360 turnarounds, this is where we do a lot of our editing to, before we create the final render or the final ZBrush model, and then whack or bake that down and whack it onto the low poly version of for the game. And yeah, so it's the concept process is really quite fun. It has various challenges depending on the bots, and it ties in quite interestingly to the combiners, because you've got to really make the all of these bots work together in a combiner without it being too jarring. Now, thankfully, Hasbro have done a lot of that hard work for us, but as you'll find out from Story in a bit, sometimes there's one or two issues that pop up, and we have to find out clever ways of solving it.
awesome. We've had Mark just walk in as well. If you are just tuning in, by the way, today we are talking about the art that brought the combiners to life. So we're talking about Optimus Maximus and Bruticus. We'll chat a little bit about sort of combiners in general as well. And I've got with me Luke and Stoyan. Luke is a concept artist here, and Stoyan's our 3D artist. And then Mark just walked in, and he's our cinematic artist. You'll have to well, yeah, they won't see you over there. You'll swap out in a
Just
minute.
photobomb.
But come photobomb and say hello anyways.
Hello.
They can't see you. They can only see you.
Oh, there he
on the
goes.
side.
There he is.
Just a tiny bit.
There he goes.
Yeah.
So Mark will be up after these guys to chat to you about our trailers and things as well. And then once we've run through all of that awesome artwork, we've got a lot to get through. Then we'll chat about this weekend's event too. So make sure that you will be taking part in that. So Luke has just walked us through the concept design behind the 5 bots that are in Optimus Maximus and Bruticus, and showed us some lovely paintovers and things.
Paintovers and mood boards, yeah.
Yeah,
Bread and butter of concept art for Transformers, essentially.
exactly. And Stoyan is going to chat to us a little bit about...
About 3D. Yeah,
He's like, oh no, I don't know.
That's
I'm not
what I
sure."
do, yes. Okay, so after Luke is done with his paintovers, the bots get modeled and textured, and you guys have played with most of them, the ones that make Optimus Maximus and Bruticus.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen them around. So luckily we have them there, and what we have to do later is combine them and a software called Maya. So we combine them there, and it's pretty much works like the toys. So we grab the ones that they exist, we ship them around, we transform them, and we put them on the arms and legs or whatever they need. Main inspiration for that is the toys. So we gather lots of toy reference, we watch lots of videos on how other people transform them. And yeah, we get cracking. We go inside Maya, we pull it around.
Are you like an expert toy transformer because you have to do it and
I'm not an expert. It took me like 15 or 20, maybe 30 minutes to combine Bruticus. It's not easy, guys.
it's a hard job. But no, I've tried as well, and it's like, oh, it doesn't go there. It's a bit like IKEA furniture where you're like, why do I have all these bits left over? Like I don't know what to do with them.
But there's no well, there are instructions, but they're not as concise.
Yeah. Anyways, so over here you can see Stoyan doing some combining.
Oh yeah, that's me doing combining. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much how it works. You put in a skeleton that kind of looks like a human or like a transformer proportions, and then you just put in the different bits, the different transformers onto the arm or the torso, wherever they needs to be placed. But that's not all. There's a head, there's a chest, there's things that are still missing from the final combiner. So we model those separately, and they're put in together afterwards. But yeah, that's quite a lot of fun. It can get a little bit complicated because you have all these transformers. You have them. So Optimus Maximus has 5. So 5 of them are transforming, and all these transforming transformers transform into another transformer. It's absolutely insane. But it's quite a lot of fun to put them together. Here you go. There's a clip of him doing that.
Yeah. That's crazy. So how do you decide which part is going to be which part of the
That's actually a
bigger
good question.
transformer? Are you like, oh yeah, this car makes a good arm, or like how do you decide?
That's a good question. So I go on the internet and see how people put together the toy. Turns out the parts are interchangeable. So you can have Ironhide as a leg, he can be the arm, he can't be the torso. There's only one torso, always Optimus Maximus,
Okay.
and Onslaught for Bruticus. But the arms and the legs are interchangeable, and I don't know, we kind of just decide based on the internet photos, like, okay, what fits best. We kind of thought that, okay, let's put Ironhide on Optimus Maximus to be the right arm, since he's Optimus's right-hand man. Kind of makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could put them together any way you like, really.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Is it even more difficult when you have some aerial bots and some that are like trucks and cars to be able to get them to sync up properly and join at the end?
No, not necessarily. Actually, the aerial bots worked pretty well because they are already in the air and you know where they're going to come from when they combine to be the arms. While Optimus Maximus has a lot of things like climbing over on top of each other so
Yeah,
they
so
can
cool.
build the big robot. While this one, they just have the things gliding around and just combining.
And I think having the variety of the aerial bots and the ground vehicles makes for really nice animation as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. No, it's really cool. The first time I saw, like Superior and Devastator transform, I was like, what? It's very, very cool. Now, you were talking a little bit about having to sort of adapt our version of the combiners.
That's right. So you might have noticed that there's some bots that are missing from these combiners. Sometimes there's Rodimus or Hot Rod on Optimus Maximus, and there's Shockwave on Bruticus. But we decided to not include those because, first, our models don't really transform like the way they should for the combiners, and second, it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't know. When you put Hot Rod on Optimus Maximus' chest, he looks really small. He becomes this tiny little car. While he's this hero bot that's kind of more big and imposing than he looks on the combiner. But yeah, we kind of we have some creative freedom with that, so that's pretty cool.
And then you had also mentioned about parts.
That's right. So yeah, those are the additional parts for Bruticus. They're kind of modeled separately. They come together with the hands and the feet as well, plus the other 5 transformers. You can see here a little glimpse of the rig. It's pretty intense. I mean, there's about 20 to 25 bones for each little transformer, and those parts combine together on a humanoid rig. So
And you call them bones as well.
they're called bones, yeah,
Okay.
and a skeleton, very much like human anatomy.
That's cool. Okay, I didn't know that. That's neat.
They don't have muscles though, since they're robots, but they
The
still have
bones they have.
bones. They have,
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
but it's pretty cool. With bones, you can do a lot of stuff. You can scale them up and down. You can rotate them. You can even pop them out, pop them in again. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, you can do a lot of cool things, and that's how we do a transformations. That's how you control the different bits, and they come together as one cohesive whole.
By the way, if you guys have questions for Luke or Stoyan, or in advance of Mark of anything about trailers, then feel free to throw them out. I will try to take a look at chat here and there, just to see if there's any questions for these guys. So
Cool.
definitely do throw those. Do throw out your questions. And if you're just tuning in, we are chatting about Combiner artwork, which is exciting. Mark's giving me a weird look from behind the camera. We've got Luke and Stoyan and Mark, who you can't see but who will be joining us soon. We're talking about concepting for Combiners, as well as the 3D rigging, and then we'll talk about some cinematics as well. And then after that, we'll talk about this weekend's event too. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Questions?
Let me take a look at the chat in the meantime. And Adam will pop in as well later for some of your guys' nitty gritty gameplay questions. Let's see. The Booster Bot is asking, question: Optimus is white in the Optimus Maximus toy. Any thought to using that?
We actually thought of using that, but sometimes he appears blue. There's two different versions of the toy. Sometimes he's blue, sometimes he's white. We just settled on the blue one just because it kind of comes together nicer with the other colors.
Mm-hmm.
And resembles Optimus Prime a little bit more at the end. He just looks upgraded Optimus Prime. That's why we chose blue, but there are blue toys, it's not just a white one.
Elusive says, just tell them great job on their creations. So.
Wow, thank you very much.
Let's see, who else we got? Fancy Sheep is asking, is there a reason why Onslaught is the wrong way round in vehicle mode?
Oh, good question. Nice spot. I actually didn't know he was the other way around, but we will rotate him. He will be fixed.
Yeah, they notice everything, by the way. For a while, I think, was it Optimus's foot, guys? I can't remember. There was one of the bot's feet wasn't matching up with another foot or something, and every single week they would be like, what about the foot? What about the foot? Until it got fixed. So,
Wow.
yeah, they spot every little detail. It's pretty amazing, actually. Love it. Let's see, what else we got? Primetime's asking, will we have Rodimus in Prime mode ever?
It's a good question.
Probably not something that you guys can answer. I'm not sure about that one. Now, if you're on the stream more often, you will notice a trend that if you tell you guys something like, hey, Combiners are coming, or these 2 new Combiners are coming, they immediately want to know the next ones that are coming. Yeah, so it's like, look at this new stuff. They're like, what's next? Move over.
Makes
But
sense. I'm
what's
like
that?
I said I'm like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I can tell you there's exciting stuff coming, but not much more than that.
There you go. That's all story can say. Let's see. Yash says, Luke, he's got a friend called Luke.
When I was growing up, I also had a friend called Luke, and we'd often get confused, like when we were hanging out together.
Yeah.
So I'd say to Luke, look at this, and I was like, what? What's going on? Why is saying my name twice?
M. Day of Birth is asking, do you get any materials directly from Hasbro for the bot designs?
Sometimes we do. For the bots, we do. For the combiners, we didn't. We kind of use the toys as reference.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to get a lot of materials from Hasbro, and we kind of mix it up with the toys.
Yeah.
And we also put in our own designs into them as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of cases where, as I was saying, like a good example is Bombshell. He was one of the first ones that I worked on, and like a lot of the toy reference and some of the older stuff, like it didn't go very well together, so we had to basically freehand and redesign a lot of that stuff so he fit better with his original version rather than the toy version. But yeah, so Hasbro do supply us with a decent amount of stuff, but we tend to mix it up with everything that's out there.
Cool. Tarngrath is asking, how hard did you guys scream when they suggested making combiners while you've been working on the normal ones?
Scream in pain or from happiness? I'm not sure what's
I
the
don't know, I
question.
guess it's up to your interpretation.
Screamed in both. Well, they are quite fun to do, but they can also be quite challenging. But like while we were making them, just seeing them coming together and like all the different bosses we already had, and then just seeing them animate and just building together, combining, that was pretty magical for me at least.
I think it's the combiners have got some of the most badass animation in there. They just look really impressive, and I think when you see that together, it sort of makes everything worth it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of hard work.
All
There's
the
a
sweat
lot
and
of,
tears.
Yeah.
there's literally a lot of moving parts with them.
How long did these new guys take from sort of concepting to execution in game?
Is that just as a bot in general, or
No,
the
I mean like
combiners?
this feature particularly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's
tough
like,
one.
oh, many moons
Moons.
ago.
Well, it kind of helped that we had the robots before.
Yeah.
If we didn't, then it would probably take months to do.
Yeah. It's definitely good that we've got we more or less had everything sort of laid out before we had to move into combiners.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was always the plan.
DPO88 says, great looking concept pics. I like how you guys have the reference to actual vehicle pics.
Yeah, that we thought that's really crucial and important to have. Sometimes some of the original vehicles that the bots were taken as reference from or designed around, as I've already mentioned, the toys and G1 stuff, but it's always sort of good to know like the origins of the Transformers to get a good head around what makes them cool.
Cool. Let's see what else we got. Awesome guy says, could you guys maybe try to make a combination of Bruticus like the one in the Transformers Cybertron Fall of Cybertron trailers?
I've seen that one. We actually looked at it for reference. It is pretty cool. Probably unlikely that we're going to go for it though. He's already transforming. His transformation is pretty badass. But I do acknowledge it's pretty good. Maybe if we're doing a trailer or some kind of video for these guys, that's a good place to put this in. Because the way that Bruticus worked there was there were a lot of cinematic cuts, different camera angles, and that kind of made him work more. While we have him like just viewed from top down or in front in the showroom, so it's a little bit different. You have to like adapt the transformation to that.
And the Trinity Deny is asking, do you guys like designs of the Decepticons or Autobots most?
I personally like the Decepticons. I mean, I played Decepticons in our game, specifically because I think they're really badass. But the Autobots have got some really cool ones on there that I'm quite jealous of, that I can't get, just out of my reach. But yeah, I personally like the Decepticons.
Yeah, I also like the Decepticons. I always root for the evil guys. Always misunderstood.
So we are going to show you some of Mark's work, and we're going to have him shuffle in, and then chat a little bit about cinematics and all the thinking behind it as well. Mark's a cool guy. You're about to meet him. Here is the trailer that for Superior and Devastator, which you guys probably know and love, and he'll chat a little bit about that trailer. So give us a sec. I mean, I didn't mean to kick you guys out.
Okay. Okay, I'm staying forever now.
What's that?
I'm staying forever.
But say thank you to Luke and Stoyan. They'll probably still kick around, so if you have questions, you can shout them out, type them out, you know what I mean? And then I'll shout them out at them. They'll still be around. So, all right.
Cool.
Stay tuned. Okay, hey, and we are back. We've got Mark here. He is well, tell them about yourself.
Hi. Yeah, so I am a cinematic artist at Space Ape, and I do cinematic related stuff, like trailers, in-game stuff, maybe writing bits of story, coming up with ideas of how to just make the games just feel a bit more immersive, or have a bit more background and story behind them.
And
Whoa, this microphone's so weird. It's like against my face.
it's actually it'll look bigger the
It's like-
further it is.
It looks like it's
look
part of
small.
my t-shirt, which is really strange. Alright, moving on.
You can also raise your chair so that it's
I'll try and raise my chair. Okay.
Oh my God.
This is better. Okay.
so
Cool. It's just, I think it's the lens is really weird and fisheye.
it is a bit weird.
So, like-
we're gonna get a new camera so that we
It's
look
so
prettier.
It's weird because like our bodies look really big,
Yeah.
but our heads look really small. So it's weird. It's just it freaks me out. So anyway, let's go to questions.
So if you guys have questions for Mark, feel free to toss them out, and for Luke as well. But in the meantime, let's chat a little bit about your process and how you actually go about making some of these things, because they're pretty cool. So you were
Okay.
chatting to me a little bit about
So yeah, with this
TV
trailer, I really wanted to kind of put some original footage from the cartoon, and when I went back to look at the footage, it kind of looked really not how I remembered it. It was quite like ropey. I mean, it's cool when I was a kid, but now I guess because animation is so good, it looks super retro, and I think I just wanted to kind of capture that feeling of how they look back in the day. So I just thought, I watched it on a really old TV. At home we had like a really like a wooden TV, and it was just not very good quality, and I just thought, why not have it floating in space? It's like, I don't know, because it's like sci-fi and all, so it's like a floating TV, as if like in the future,
Watch
they've
TV in space.
well, no, it's like they flushed out like this garbage into space, like the old stuff, and it's just floating
and it's
around.
just floating around.
And there's all this stuff about space trash, stuff we dump in space, and I just thought, in the future maybe there might be a TV with the old Transformers cartoon sort of floating around, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I thought, put it on a TV floating in space, just to give people a bit of a reminder of what the cartoons used to look like, and then it sort of fades out, and then you get the 3D version, which is kind of stylized to, even though it's 3D, it still kind of looks like the cartoon. It's just really updated in the visuals and everything. Just wanted to give it a really colourful palette as well, so it's not really gritty and brown. So the greens really pop and give it really colourful looking sky. So
You're getting a lot of compliments.
Oh, thank you.
Primetime says this is swell. Scourge says animation looks awesome.
So the animation is actually from the game. So we didn't have to do anything unique for this video. We just took the animations that's in game. All the models are actually also in game. The reason why it looks a bit different is because you add a bit of lighting. Obviously in the game, the lighting, you have to have a global light. You can't just light per camera because it's not a practical way of doing things. So, when you do a video, you can go in and have unique lighting for each shot, and you can really craft it to look really good. So you get a lot of really nice backlighting, which you can't really do in a 3D game, because if you spin the camera around, then everything on one side looks really bright and everything on the other side looks really dark. So the ability to do it in like a cutscene just makes everything look a lot nicer.
And this is actually one of like my favorite ones that you've done with Star Saber and Death Source. Can you talk us through this one a little bit?
Yeah, so the brief for this one was kind of to make it look really Japanese, and
Yeah.
I think that there is like the idea of like you take all the cliches of like of anime and you kind of just exploit it. But I always try to kind of start with a theme or an idea that I'm really interested in, and I just like this idea of nature. That like I went to Japan once and we spent time in like this park and it was just really like serene and everything, and I've always taken that back with me, and that's why I wanted to open it with this shot of grass and a bit like sort of like cherry blossom things floating in the air. And it's kind of weird because you have all these crazy giant robots walking through this like grassy
Pristine.
and it's just I just wanted that to really like feel contrasty, so everything is, as you can see, looks really beautiful. And if you watch like Spirited Away or any Studio Ghibli stuff, like they have a certain shade of green that they use for the grass. So I went and kind of tried to use that green grass color and even the sky, the blue, get it to really reflect those sort of animations and really go back to what we remember those watercolor backgrounds look like. And then it just goes crazy and becomes really like Dragon Ball, which was a lot of fun as well.
Changeman says, by the way, getting a lot of props again. Some people are saying, Gats Custom says, love the sound effects in it. Heard some DBZ power-up sounds.
Yeah.
Dirty Spot says, outstanding job, man. Definitely super fly. And then there's a question. Well, actually not a question, but comment, but it's kind of cool. Changeman says, would really love to see cutscenes in the game to see this amazing lighting and background in game.
Yes. Well, that's actually something that, believe it or not, has been discussed quite a lot in how to do it in a way that doesn't disrupt the game.
Yeah.
And the tech is in there to do it, and it's not like something that the game can't do. All the assets are ready to kind of be filmed in this manner, and it's just trying to figure out how to make it work with the game design. Because I think ultimately when you have a mobile game, it's not really like a console experience where you're plugged into a sound system and everything.
Yeah.
And the sort of game session is a lot shorter. So if you put any cutscene, you don't want to disrupt people's experience of the game. You don't want to stop them from playing the game. So I think something that is definitely being discussed as much as I know, it's being discussed how to do it in a way that doesn't, kind of ruin the game experience for people. Because, yeah, I guess it's different from watching a movie. But what's really good is because the assets are made like that, and we can go in and tell these tiny stories with the trailers, which is really fun. Because normally with a trailer, you just cut game footage or B-roll footage, but with Transformers, we wanted to just kind of go back to the days of the cartoons and tell these mini
and have
stories.
like an actual narrative, yeah.
And and I guess that's where the theme comes in. Not just trying to sell the game, but just trying to, in our own way, like create a theme for each trailer. So with this one, because to give that really Japanese nostalgic feel, like strangely enough, I went to Western films, like all like cowboy westerns, and even the soundtrack is Ennio Morricone.
Okay.
From he was a big composer for westerns, and
I mean, this feels very Western for
and
sure.
I think and it's really strange when you listen to it. It feels Japanese, and there's this real strange borrowing from East and West with like Seven Samurai kind of being remade as a Magnificent Seven, with Quentin Tarantino doing Kill Bill, but also giving it this Western showdown feel. So I think it's really appropriate, and just blending these two sort of cultures kind of made it feel more Japanese, which is weird.
Yeah, which is funny.
Sometimes you can't just try it and it works.
And I think my all-time favorite might be this one right here that you made.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if you know what? I think we should actually watch this one with the sound and stuff, because you need to like feel the ambiance. So we're gonna show that, and then we'll come right back. Okay, we'll be right back. Hello, and we're back. You're saying there's no sound, but that is bizarre. I don't know. We're having audio issues today. It's unfortunate because the sound in it is really
Yeah,
good.
we should play the sound because it sounds really random.
I know. It's great.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it one more time.
Okay. All right. We'll try one more time. But I don't think it's gonna work. If it's not, I don't know why. Should though.
Yeah.
Facial expression.
Okay, so I don't know what's up with it. There should be, but anyways, chat about.
All right. So that trailer was quite.
Oh wait, now someone says, "Oh, that's better."
Oh, the sound now. Oh, what?
Okay, but now never mind. No,
Okay.
that's not. Whatever, it's fine.
So yeah, so that trailer. Actually, let's get it on screen so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
This is a weird one because I was just given a brief. Get the two robots strangling each other. Like having
So-
Galvatron strangle Ultra Magnus, and it was like a lot of these. They gave me this video and screenshots of the strangling, and apparently it's a really big
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, okay, just strangling, and I went and watched the cartoon, and it was really strange, and I was trying to think, how do you make a trailer out of strangling? And I just thought, I just kind of ran away with this one, and just had this idea of making it really beautiful and really kind of like, I don't know, just really creepy and give it this really slow, poetic feel. And I had this idea that I
want
guess
to see the comments.
if you were being strangled, you're sort of like losing oxygen, and everything becomes kind of really peaceful and surreal. And that was kind of the idea I was kind of pushed across. It's a little bit suggestive, and I think it's supposed to be a little bit suggestive.
M Day of
And-
Earth
and it-
says, "Mommy, Daddy, why are the robots hacking?"
I think, and you know what, like, you're not wrong by like calling the trailer up on that, because I think when you're trying to make something really creepy and strange and just unnerving, you have to think of all these elements that just tap into like your subconscious
your
ideas
baser
of
sort of,
subconscious ideas of different things, and even though it's not like explicitly that's what they're doing, because they're not doing that, the undertone is what gives it the weirdness.
Yeah,
Especially with the music, the piano, and like
the music
and-
that you can't hear but is there.
and also like with the missiles going really slowly across the sky. It's
It's
meant
like
to be really,
beautiful, but then
Yeah.
also really violent at the same time.
Yeah, because normally what you do is you shoot this really close up, or give it a bit more of a dynamic camera that just feels really action oriented. But
Yeah.
I just thought of this spinning thing, like I guess. I don't know. Yes, I've never been suffocated before, but like I imagine that like everything becomes really light and airy.
like you're lightheaded.
Like,
it's
when you
bit
blow
like
up a balloon,
dream
like,
world.
you
Yeah.
think of like blowing up a balloon,
Yeah.
and then you feel really lightheaded, and that's kind of the feeling that I was trying to give to the trailer,
Yeah.
which is really creepy. Like, it was a strange trailer. It was fun making it.
Do you know what's next?
There is
What can they look forward to of your
there is
work?
actually something really special next, and I've been looking forward to this for a really long time. I can't say what it is, but for sure, this is almost like a little bit of a realization of a childhood dream to be able to work on the next thing.
Aw,
So, yeah.
it's pretty
I
exciting.
probably shouldn't say how old I am, otherwise you can work out what it is from my age. But there's definitely something cool coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, like, I've got a theme for how I'm gonna approach it. It's gonna look really different.
Can you tell us anything about the theme
Um,
without giving away what it is?
I think so far the way I've shot all of these trailers is I've given it kind of a larger than life feel, and I'm going back to quite a realistic, gritty route, which I haven't used with Transformers yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it with my previous work in the other games I worked in, but I haven't done it in Transformers. I'm going back to that route, which is unusual because this particular thing isn't really associated with that. I just thought it would go really well with this thing and
Okay.
go for a little bit more realism and get to look quite natural, you know, without crazy cameras. And it's not going to be really really weird like the Strangling trailer, and it's not going to be as out there and flashy as the
Star Saber.
the Star Saber or the Combiner trailer, but
Mhm.
it's definitely gonna feel cool. It's gonna feel mysterious, and I'm trying to build in like a story so that maybe you could take the trailer apart into different bits and release it in different
chunks.
in chunks, and
Okay.
each one reveals a bit more. So that's the idea.
Very cool. Yeah, that is Mark, everybody. So if you are just tuning in for the end of our stream, we're wrapping up shortly. But definitely do give it a watch back, because Luke over here was talking about the concept art in our combiners. I was about to say Superior and Devastator, but he was talking about Bruticus and Optimus Maximus. And then we also had Stoyan talking about the 3D rigging and how what did he say? How the Transformers transform into another Transformer or something like that. So getting all of that, getting all that animation to sort of flow and come together nicely. And then we've had Mark talking about the trailers that he makes in-house, which are like epic, very, very cool. And then we've got Adam over here on standby, who just walked in the door. He's sitting there patiently, quietly, which is unusual.
Hi.
But he's there. So I heard that earlier today he spilled like a bunch of bubble stuff all over himself. Did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Why we have bubbles in the office, nobody knows. But apparently
Like
he spilled them
actual
all over.
bubbles.
Yeah.
I mean like
I've scared him away. He's leaving now.
You mean like prosecco?
What's that?
You mean like
No, like blowing
oh,
bubbles.
Like
yeah,
toilets.
blowing bubbles. You have bubbles in the office.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Why
know.
do you have bubbles in the office?
Not sure. Probably from some random event that we did.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently Adam spilled it all over himself, and he was
Can I have a
Freaking
look?
out.
Oh, cool.
so. Oh, here we go. This will be nice. Little
I
big.
don't even know if they'll go
You need to
from
blow
the
it from the
camera.
camera.
Yeah, you need to blow it this way.
If he gives me, I'll blow it. Like.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
All of it.
oh yes, it's beautiful.
Can you have a look?
Mark's like, gimme.
I want to take the bubbles.
These are rubbish. I have better ones.
Amazing. Oh yeah, this is.
Have you got your
This
own
is
at home?
beautiful.
Adam?
Okay.
Nah.
Oh, cool. You've got like a ball puzzle thing on the cover
Yeah,
where you can like roll the ball through a maze.
exactly.
It's really cool. It's like 2 in 1.
It is.
So you get bubbles and a puzzle, like for the price of one thing.
Price of one. Exactly. And
This is so fun.
you can keep doing that. And we are going to talk about this weekend's event, which is coming out. So I don't know, Adam, if you want to maybe
Yeah.
jump in as well.
Okay.
Now Luke is actually heading off. So
I am.
say bye
Shall
to
I-
Luke.
I'll change seats for you.
Oh.
Say bye to Luke, everybody.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
I love you and leave you until next time.
That means he'll come back.
Oh no, what have I said?
Thanks, Luke.
No problem.
Bye.
Bubbles off. Hi guys.
So here's Adam. Yeah, some people were asking, like, "Where's Adam?" I was like, "He'll
How
be
did
in
it go?
later. He'll be in later."
How did the art go?
It was really, really good. People were very impressed by all of the artwork that the guys have done, but our sound didn't work in the trailers.
Aww.
I
It's
know.
a shame if you can get sound.
Although I
with
think it worked on the one, and then it didn't work on another. So
if you can watch the Strangle trailer with sound, that'd be good.
yeah,
So
watch it.
The
with
sound of strangling.
It's very peaceful,
Strangling.
even though it's yeah. Anyways, so
Event.
we are going to talk about this weekend's.
By the
event.
way, who's got Bruticus? Who's got Optimus Maximus? I
Yeah,
do.
Tell us. I would love
I've
to
got my
know.
Bruticus.
Actually, I'm gonna put us on here. That way we can keep looking at the
Ooh.
combiners in the meantime.
Yes, Optimus Maximus and Bruticus are now released in the wild.
Oh, I thought it was tomorrow. They're already out.
No, they're out.
Ooh.
Yep, they're out. They're out and about. So if you go into your combiner labs, you can now, if you have all 5 bots required, which we've listed and mentioned 20 times, I can still repeat it. For Decepticons, it's Onslaught, Vortex, Blastoff, Brawl, and Swindle, the Combaticons. And then for Optimus Maximus, you've got Sunstreaker, Prowl, Mirage, Ironhide, and Optimus Prime. So if you have 3 star or above versions of these guys, you can go now into the Combiner Lab and start unlocking your new Combiner, which is good.
Which is good.
Which is very good. And actually I really like, it's really weird because when you're working on something and then before it gets released, there's always, you have to wait for it to be tested and stuff. And you don't really see it in the wild, so you cannot really apply it because I play with all the characters at different stages, but I didn't know I'd have so much fun with Bruticus that I do right now, just smashing walls because
DPO88 says
it's
he's
really,
got
really good.
Optimus Maximus.
Nice. Check him out, like the first shattering Earth Shatter against walls is just crazy.
Crazy.
And then you can just jump into the base and smash it.
Which one is your favorite ability?
My favorite ability is the one I don't have, which is the Shockfire missiles, because there's the anticipation where there's 4 missiles shooting up in the.
Like a lull while he's waiting for it to sort of hit.
They're shooting up into the sky, and there's the anticipation. There's a thick smoke behind them, and then when they hit with this big explosion, 4 targets, 4 defenses disabled for 20 seconds, but they most often they'll just die before they get.
Ooh, Neil says I have Bruticus. Well done,
nice.
Neil. Awesome.
Nice. And hopefully you have some spare crystals on the side, so maybe you can level him up soon with some Bruticus Spark. Because now, when you get duplicate characters from these new sets of Combiner bots, you will get Bruticus and Optimus Maximus Spark, and that's the resource you need to level up your new Combiner.
I was going to ask Mark also. Do you have a favorite? What is happening here? Whoops.
The favorite what?
The favorite Combiner?
I got distracted because now the
Or
sounds
ability.
came out.
No, I do. I really like Superion. I think Superion's really cool.
Yeah, because it's all the aerial bots going.
I just like the look of his arms. They're just kind of really massive and
They are.
looking.
Makes him very spindly, like Slender Man.
Yeah. It's like he's because you have Devastator and he just looks like a walking man, but Superion's kind of, even though he's good, he looks really evil with like sharp.
Yeah,
arms.
very
You can
sharp
see that.
angles
Like,
because
you
of
could
all
just-
the jets, like so sharp
and you
angles.
can just like smash people's faces with the sharp things. I don't know. It was really, especially when like I was trying to find a good angle for him. You get all these really interesting angles. Whereas Devastator's a little harder because he just looks like a giant man.
Yeah.
Chunky.
He looks like a giant man.
Yeah. This is our
this
event.
weekend, countdown to combination.
Yes. So
Yes,
this
go
is
for
an
it.
alliance event. Thank you, Debs.
You are welcome.
This is an alliance event, so obviously with new combiners kind of coming out, the teams at Decepticons and Autobots are trying to either unlock these combiners or get their power to a higher level by improving their capabilities. So it's all about new combiners and what we have in the totalizer. So again, this is an alliance event, 40-man event. No leaderboard component, just your alliance scoring here, and you start with some shards and 2-star crystals. I believe maybe there's some story hidden somewhere there, and as you climb back, there's actually plenty of 3-star shards. As you climb to the top, at the very, very top, you've got a 4-star guaranteed bot from the Optimus Maximus or Bruticus Combaticon kind. So in this case, there will be one of these 5 bots: Optimus Prime, Prowl, Sunstreaker, Ironhide, and Mirage, which we cannot fit because we can only fit 4.
People are asking about Beast Wars.
But Beast Wars. Beast Wars is fantastic, right? That's what I think. We like Beast Wars.
I like Beast Wars.
We like Beast Wars. We
Yeah.
don't have Beast Wars in the game. Perhaps in the future, I don't know. We'll see how things go. We definitely have some great characters in the universe. This one and Beast Wars and other universes that we could explore in the future.
Cool. Go
Never
back
say
to
never.
it.
Yeah, at the very top, 280,000 points. That is going to be a stretch for some alliances that do not have 40 active members. But well, it is a guaranteed 4-star bot. And of course, yes, if you already have a 4-star bot of this kind and you get another one, outside of Spark, you also get some 5-star shards. And that is the thing that exists. But we are not ready to, we are not releasing the 5-star crystal just yet. But if you find yourself questioning, like, where is my shards? Where are they? I've had some now and I don't know where they've gone. Well, they are safely secured in your account, and when the crystal comes out, you'll be able to spend them. All right.
Awesome.
And that crystal is actually unlike other crystals we have in the game. It works in a different way. When it comes out, you'll see how it works. It is different. It is quite good. It's very good for the players. That's all I can share for now. All right, this is the event. Let's get some questions, I think, because the event itself is pretty
Straightforward.
Simple. Yeah, straightforward.
Pretty.
Oh, we actually we
What?
actually are spoiling everything about the 5-star shards. I didn't see that newsletter. Yeah, you get a guaranteed bot, so there's no 5-star duplicates in the game, the amount of bots that we release as 5 stars is going to be very limited, and that's the thing that you'll find. So there's a limited selection of bots available as 5-star bots, and there is no duplicates. Once you roll a 5-star bot, you cannot get him again. You will get a different bot, and if you get all the bots, well, you have to wait until we update the crystal and until new 5-star bots appear in the game. That's the logic. So that hopefully will be a not frustrating experience for players. All right. We also have some story here for the event itself.
It's
that
exciting.
you can get that from the transmission button from the newsletter. And we've got some questions, Debs. Come on.
Well,
Feed
actually,
me.
we're about to wrap up. So.
Oh, one question.
And yes, I am lolling, by the way. Dirty spot. What's that? Let's see. Lots of people just asking about.
How many duplicates for a 5-star?
Yeah,
I
shards
don't know.
and
I have
crystals.
not set the number. I'll have to go and look. I don't know from the top of my head, because that's a responsibility of a different person. So this number was kept changing, and we settled for something, but I don't know what it is.
Sorry, did you just
Mhm.
answer this bit, right?
How many 5-star shots? I do not.
Or
How many do you
answered
get from a 4-star dupe? I think it's 180. Correct me if I'm wrong.
that? Mhm. And Trinity's asking, will there be more ways to get Combiner Spark?
Possibly in the events. I keep asking Andrew to put some Combiner Spark in the events, because as a player I really want some. But yes, I would like to. We'll see what Andrew settles out for, because we have a very, very packed schedule with a lot of things coming. So it's just a balancing game. And also the problem with the Combiner Spark is that in itself, if someone doesn't have a combiner, they would not benefit from that event, which would basically mean that the event would be targeted at a smaller population of players, which is, it's alienating parts of our player base, and we try to avoid doing that if we can. Of course, yes, you might say, oh, this event requires a lot of points. Definitely, but it's not alienating players based on whether they have a bot or not.
So, I've been slightly distracted because I was looking for the Ultra Magnus and Galvatron
Trailer?
teaser. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick that in the chat so you guys can hear it with the music, the lovely strangling with the music. So yeah, check out that. I'll put it in all the chats for you guys. There you go. There you go. Because it is a feast for the eyes and ears, that one.
Yeah, so I think someone was still asking about the 4-star crystal. The event crystal only contains bots from the Optimus Maximus or Bruticus bunch. So only 5 bots are in this crystal of 4-star rating. So that's a guaranteed character of this type.
Some people are asking about lore star combiners? Is that
About, sorry?
like 2-star combiners?
2-star combiners. I don't know how they would feel if they had to be, because obviously they would have to be weaker than the 3 stars.
Yeah.
Maybe you come with one ability. I don't know. When we planned combiners, we planned for something that would give players like a medium to long-term goal and feel like an achievement when you unlock them. We feel that combiners themselves are epic and should, even at level 1, against HQ level 8 and 9, when it's actually possible to complete the campaign and unlock them, they should feel meaningful and they should feel powerful. And if we were to add a 2-star combiner, then we would be at the risk of kind of making them seem
Kind of
inadequate.
makes the other ones lose their luster, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes away the shine from the 3-star combiners. Yes, it is sometimes difficult, especially with Devastator and Superion. You needed 6 bots. Now you only need 5, and hopefully people who, for example, were missing 1 on the Devastator or Superion front now are lucky enough to get Bruticus and Optimus Maximus, which is a possibility. And of course, the more combiners there are in the game, the more likely you are to have one just off the bat, the moment he releases.
So, with that said, we're probably going to wrap it up over here. We hope that you enjoyed your time with the artists. Say hello and goodbye, Mark.
Bye.
Make sure that you do check out that trailer that Mark was talking about, the Ultra Magnus and Galvatron one with the strangling and the piano and the I put it in all the chats, so check that one out definitely. And different time. So we will be back next week, next Thursday, same time as always, with more Transformers Earth Wars goodness. But on Monday night, we're actually having a bit of and by a bit, I mean a massive party in our office. In our studio, there's going to be a lot of influencers here and some other indie dev studios. And at nighttime, we're going to do a stream. It's going to be at 8 p.m. GMT, which is basically 2 hours from the time that it is now. So 8 p.m. London time. And we'll run it for about an hour, and you'll get to see us in party mode, and there'll also be some of your favorite sort of YouTube stars and people around for you to Q&A with. So make sure you tune in to that on Monday night. People here have been working very, very hard to put that together. So make sure that you tune in for that. And we'll be back next Thursday at the same time. And Adam is still blowing lovely bubbles.
The celebratory bubbles
What's that?
to celebrate the new combiners
Yeah, it's very exciting.
coming live.
Yay.
If you missed the stream today, we talked about concept art for combiners, we talked about the 3D rigging for combiners, and we chatted about the cinematics for combiners as well. So go back and check that out. We did have some like audio issues partway through, but you'll still be able to enjoy it. So yeah, definitely check that out. Thanks to Mark.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Adam as always. Yeah.
Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week, and we'll also
Yeah,
see you on
next
Monday.
week. Yeah, see you Monday. Come back Monday. We'll stream it on the Space Ape channel, but we'll host it on Transformers Earth Wars as well, so you'll be able to see it if you're tuning in here. Cool, man.
Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.